Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Hi guys, so I'm really excited to use my new prescription eyeglass. I finally got it and it's like, transparent. Yeah, I'm so excited to use this in this video. Let's try it on, shall we? So yeah, I'm gonna use it in this video. So, what's this video all about? We're going to be talking about books and their movie adaptations. So this isn't the first time that I did this kind of video, because if you remember last year I did book to movie adaptation on this book titled The Shape of Water, and I will put the link down below if you want to check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna do another book to movie adaptations reviews. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 books and 3 movies, of course. Yeah, let's start with The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Well, I didn't have a reading vlog for this one, so this is going to be the first time I'm going to talk about this book. So again, I'm going to try my best not to have any spoilers in this video. So I'm going to give you the synopsis and the characters and my thoughts about the book as usual, and then we're going to move on to the movies. So, what is this book all about? The synopsis is like, we have this protagonist named Rachel, and she's always traveling using this train and going to her work, but she's not really going to her work because she got fired. And while she's pretending to go to work, she sees these houses while the train is passing by, and she's observing people living in that houses, but they're not strangers. They know these people. In this particular house, her ex-boyfriend lives there with his wife, and beside that house were actually strangers, because she got fixated on this couple. So beside her old house where her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend are currently living, there's this strangers, this young couple who Rachel got fixated on. I don't know why, but she's been observing this young couple, and she's like, oh my god, they're perfect couple. So she's seeing them every single day, their routines and what they're doing. And then one day, in that one particular day, Rachel saw this girl cheated on her boyfriend. So Rachel got mad, she got affected because she could relate on the situation, like, because Rachel got cheated on with her ex-boyfriend. So she was feisty, she was angry with that particular girl. And the next thing she knows, this particular girl went missing. So she was so kind of not obsessed, but she really wanted to help the investigation, like what happened to this girl. Maybe the guy that she used to cheat on with her boyfriend is involved why she went missing. So finally she found out that this girl got murdered. So that's basically the synopsis. So let's talk about these characters in the book. So we have 5 characters, and these characters are all bad people. Do I sympathize with them? Yes, even though they're effed up, I still sympathize with them. Why? Because it's really intriguing and the ending was really, really good. Anyway, let's talk about these 5 characters. So we have Rachel, one that I just told you that she is our protagonist. So Rachel is an alcoholic, a very depressed person, and because of that, she's a very unreliable narrator. So in this book, we have 3 narrators. So first is Rachel's POV, right? So it's using first-person perspective, and we have multi first-person perspective. How do you call that? Multiple first-person perspectives, I guess. Anyway, so we have Rachel, our first narrator. Like I said, is very unreliable because she's always drunk. She's always drinking alcohol. So her memories got blurry. She got blank out and shit like that. Okay. Next, I don't know. Sometimes I don't believe what she's saying, or maybe she's involved because when this girl got missing, maybe she's involved. Maybe she went there. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So our second narrator, which is the second character, is Megan. That's the stranger in that house, right? That Rachel got fixated on. So Megan and her boyfriend named Scott. So Megan has a very dark past because she accidentally killed her baby. So she got traumatized, and being pregnant again is very scary for her because of her past, right? Because she was um taking a bath. So she's in the bathtub, and the baby was on top of her, and she fell asleep. So when she woke up, the baby drowned. So it was very traumatizing for Megan, and it fucked her life because her boyfriend at that time left her because of that accident, right? So she accidentally killed the baby, and now she is with Scott, right? So Scott is very possessive kind of boyfriend. He is very controlling with Megan because Megan is so pretty. She's gorgeous. She's smoking hot. So Scott was like, you know what, you can do this, but you cannot do that, and he's a control freak, right? So we have this couple, Megan and Scott, but not really a perfect couple, unlike what Rachel thought. So, moving on to the next characters. The last two characters we have Tom and Anna. So, Tom is the ex-boyfriend of Rachel. That's why she haven't moved on from that toxic relationship with Tom. And Tom got a new wife named Anna. Anna was the mistress before when Tom and Rachel were together. So, fucked up, right? Tom is a cheating husband, a womanizer, and you don't really know him. And Anna is a mistress. She enjoyed ruining the relationship between, Rachel and Tom before. Anna is aware that Tom has a wife, but she enjoyed ruining the relationship between these two. Anyway, so these are bad people, but they are very, very connected with each other, right? So these five people were not strangers to each other because their stories will connect, right? Anyway, so it's a murder mystery thriller book, and Megan got murdered, but by who? Who has the motive? Who is this killer hiding in plain sight? So that's murder mystery thriller book. I'm really, really satisfied reading this book, even though these are all bad people. I mean, not bad people, but they have problems. Like each of them got his or her own problem. Anyway, I remember giving this book. This is a 5 freaking star book for me. I love this book, and Paula Hawkins did a very great job because her writing style, we have multiple first-person perspectives. So this book is narrated by 3 people, 3 girls: Rachel POV, Megan's POV, and Anna's POV. So are they all unreliable narrators? Is someone lying while narrating their story, or is just story got connected in the end? Truth to be told, this kind of book is really, really difficult to write. I can feel it while reading this book. So I do appreciate Paula Hawkins for producing this really good murder mystery thriller. In the first few pages, first few chapters, I already got hooked. It's really, really good. That's why I got intrigued. Like, I really want to see how they will do it in a movie because this is very difficult. Especially in movies, because here, yes, you can get in depth with the characters, you will know their feelings, what they're thinking, their own thoughts. You will understand them, what they're coming from. But in a movie, I don't know if people will understand it, why it's like this and why it's like that. It's gonna be difficult putting in a movie, right? And because of my curiosity, I finally watched the movie, and I was right. It was like clip and by clip by clip, because this is a slow-paced book, right? Because we're trying to understand each character. And in the movie, it was so boring at first. It was so boring, and okay, they're portraying Rachel. I mean, the only thing that I like about the movie is that, okay, I can see the characters, like, oh, okay, it they are really good actors, like, they really did a good job, like portraying Rachel, Tom, and Megan and Scott, like, beautiful Megan. Anna as a, good wife. It's really, really good. The ending was so satisfying as well because it's the same as the book, which is good because some movie adaptations they're changing something, but The Girl on the Train on Netflix is the same as the book, so it's really good. Again, the ending was so satisfying, but the movie was so boring. Like, I want to skip it, and like I wanna, like, don't want to finish it. Anyway, so if I'm going to choose, I like the book more than the movie, but at least I can see the characters, like how they look like, at least. But yeah, that's it. The next book that I'm gonna be talking about is, of course, the worst book I've ever read in my life, which is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. And yeah, I have a full book review for this book, so if you haven't watched it, I will put the link below or here on the screen. There, right there. So you can check that out. So, and if you've seen it, you already know how I was so disgusted reading this book because of its concept. Well, this book is written in a very poetic way. It's like a compilation of poetry. And yes, it's difficult to read because it's classic. And what's the synopsis of this book? So we have this pedophile. We have Humbert. He is in his late 30s or early 40s, and he fell in love with a 12-year-old girl. Pedophilia. So, what I hate about this book, just to have like a short summary, is that they portrayed Lolita as a seductress, right? So she's the one who seduced Humbert, or Humbert. Like, what? And clearly in this book, he ruined the life of this little girl because, she got pregnant by the other guy at the age of 17, but she died in childbirth. Also, she's doing stuff that a teenager would never do, but because of her experience with this freaking old man, she's doing things that she would never do if she took the right path, or if her mother's still alive. But yeah, in order to get money from other people. Anyway, it's really, really sad. And so, I gave this book 1 freaking star because of the concept. I don't want to read this kind of concept anymore. It's just not for me. And the only thing that I like about this book is the poetry. There's some few good poems in this book, but there's just that. So again, my curiosity kicked in, so let's go to the book to movie adaptations. I watched the movie adaptation of this book, and I chose the one which is not black and white. The 1962 was like black and white, so I didn't want to watch it. So I chose the 1977 version of that. Yeah, 1977, I think. And it's really good. I mean, to be honest with you, I like the movie than the book. Yes, you heard me right. Because you can really understand it because they're speaking English and not in a poetic way, because here they are very poetic, right? So the movie is really easy to understand, and of course, and also they didn't change anything, so they really base it on this book, and they started how like the book started, like the childhood of Humbert, where he fell in love with this 14-year-old girl because they were both 14ish. So he fell in love with Annabelle, and unfortunately Annabelle died, and that traumatized Humbert, right? So because of that unfortunate event that happened to Humbert, he fell in love with this girl named Lolita because he can see, like, a 14-year-old girl, Annabelle, to this girl Lolita, and she was impressed by this American girl behavior, like, because they're very bold, they're very vulgar, so he liked it. And yeah, a lot of things happened. Like I said, her mother died because of the accident. So, but before that, Jungbert married the mother of Lolita. So technically, he's a stepfather of Lolita. Anyway, he took advantage of that, and he took Lolita from that school when the mother died because he's gonna take care of her. But yeah, something happened, intercourse shit, portraying Lolita as a seductress, as a slut, this kind of stuff, which I didn't like. Like, a 12-year-old girl seducing a 40-year-old man. Are you kidding me? I still love the innocence, the ignorance of Lolita in the movie. It's really good. She's very mischievous. So yeah, I did like the movie, in fairness, but I still didn't like or approve the concept. Yeah, I don't know why they published this book. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this book. So the last one is actually not a movie but a series, and I'm really really excited to talk about this book with you guys because I just wanna anyway, let's talk about this book because I'm really really excited, and that book is Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Anyway, I have read Six of Crows Zoology, Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom. I don't know if you can see it, it's right there, the Crooked Kingdom book. So I've read these two books. I will put the link below where you can see my reviews for Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. It's really worth your time. I love this duology. So let's talk about Six of Crows first before this series. I love Casbreaker. He is the leader of the crows. Like, we have Casbreaker, Inej, and Jasper, and they're doing this heist to take this man who created a very special, I don't know if it's a potion, I don't really remember, but this thing which can make a Grisha more powerful, but dangerously powerful, that could kill Grisha as well. So that's basically the concept of Six of Crows, like doing a heist, right? For 13 million crew, right? So it was really a good heist because we have, the brilliant Casbreaker who is plotting, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, and putting people together, right? And then in this book, they met also Nina, Zenik, and Matthias, which I was rooting for because this couple made me giggle. Anyway, so let's move on now to The Shadow and Bone, which I'm really impressed with Lee Bardugo. Well, let's talk about the writing styles of Lee Bardugo because I have also read Ninth House by her, written by her, right? So I always find comfort in reading Lee Bardugo's books because it's just so, I don't know, it's so easy to read. And I consider this like, it is a fantasy book, and I don't usually read fantasy. But this fantasy book is so good. Lee Bardugo's writing style is so comforting for me. I don't know why, but it's so easy to read, and I just fell in love with the characters. I sympathize the characters, and Six of Crows duology is very much character driven book. So I don't fall in love with world building. I don't have even a world building in this book. I mean, I fell in love with the characters, each of them actually. Like, it's a very character driven book. So wow. So with the Shadow and Bone series, what she did is she took the stories of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which, just to mention, I haven't read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, but I did read the first 5 chapters of Shadow and Bone because I was thinking, should I read this? Should I buy this? I mean, I don't know. When I first read the first 5 chapters of Shadow and Bone, it was for me an average, mediocre, and it's not really wow. But again, Lee Bardugo's writing style is really good. But I decided not to buy it because I just want to surprise myself of the movie. Like, I don't know, just for me not to know anything about Shadow and Bone because I am really excited because of the series. But anyway, in that first 5 chapters, I like Alina and Mal. Like, oh my god. But in the book, they're like, Mal was kind of womanizer. She's very different from the movie. And I've heard people that they hated Mal in the book, but they love Mal in the series, which is good. And yeah, Alina is still, I love Alina, her character and all. So anyway, so I didn't read Shadow and Bone, right? So Lee Bardugo took the Shadow and Bone stories and merged it with the Six of Crows characters. So oh my gosh, like how brilliant is that, right? Ingenious. So like I said, in the Six of Crows, they're doing this heist of kidnapping this guy who created this to make the Grisha more powerful. Um, but what Lee Bardugo did was the Six of Crows will kidnap Alina Starkov, who is the Sun Summoner, like the most powerful Grisha. Very rare, actually, kind of Grisha, who is the Sun Summoner, because she's the one who can destroy the fold, right? So, oh my god. So, watching the series, it's like I'm in paradise. Like, I don't want it to end. And when I finish it, like, I'm waiting for season 2 already. Like, oh my god. And seeing the characters from the book, like, you know, Kazbreaker is the perfect Kazbreaker in the series. Like, you know, the swag, the coolness, and everything. His face, his smirk, his green. Ah, oh my god, Kazbreaker. I fell in love with Kazbreaker in the series. Of course, in the book at first, but in the series, oh my gosh. Anyway, so in the Shadow and Bone, Alina and oh my god, Mal is so handsome. Like, let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. And he's a soldier. So Alina and Mal, they're so perfect together. I never liked the Darkling, even though Alina and the Darkling have like kind of was like kind of flirting at first, but I never liked Darkling. I mean, he's also good looking, um, you know, actor, but maybe not my type. But Mal and Alina, oh my god! And we have the gorgeous Nina and the handsome Matthias. Oh my god! Oh my god! When I was reading This Is a Sequesterology, I love Nina and Matthias, and seeing them in the series, I was like, oh my god, I lose it. Like, Nina is so freaking gorgeous. Like, she's so beautiful. And Matthias is so handsome. Like, they're so perfect together. And yeah, in the series, because in the book, they kind of, I think, on the Crooked Kingdom. So, I took the Crooked Kingdom because in this book, this is kind of like the background of the characters. So I think here they mention where Nina and Matthias passed, like what happened to Matthias before, you know, he went in prison, right? So in the series, they started it, like they showed in the series, like, you know, it's about they're gonna kill Matthias. So she chose to save him, but you know, putting him in prison, like he's a slaver. That's what Nina Zenit did. That's why Matthias got angry with her. And like, anyway, I love Casbreaker. I love Inej. Oh my god, the raid. She's again really good. Like, you can even hear her footsteps, like in the book. I love Inej. Very beautiful Inej. Of course, Jasper, the sharpshooter. I think they chose the best character also. Sorry, the best actor for Jasper, because oh my god, he's really good. Like, he's so cute, and he's the sharpshooter. Like, Jasper is so cute. I love Jasper. and the actor, of course. What else? I mean, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm gushing. I'm just gonna. These books, the Six of Sequesterology, I gave them both 5 stars because I love them. I love all the characters. And the series was really, really good. I mean, perfect. Beyond compare. And yeah, I hope they're gonna release the season 2. I don't know when, but I'm really, really excited. I mean, yeah, that's it. I think that's gonna be it for this video. You know, just I don't know what else to say. It's just I wanna like express my feelings and thoughts about the series too. Anyway, and I talk about this book, The Girl on the Train, which I didn't have any reading vlogs, so the first time talking about it, and of course Lolita, the movie, because I was so curious with the movie. So yeah, and the new series, The Shadow and Bone. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend that series if you love fantasy. Really, really good. Very cool series. I love it. And of course, with the romance. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this book to movie adaptations. And I'm planning to do more of this book to movie adaptations. I want to talk about the books and their movies, yeah, on this channel. So make sure you are subscribed to me. I hope you are well. Keep safe. And I'll see you again on my next one. So, peace out.